My name is Veronica Rodriguez. Today I will be presenting my assignment on the pain of social exclusion and the impact on the brain, learning, and behavior. This topic is important because social experiences strongly influence how people think, feel, and interact with the world. Social exclusion happens when someone is rejected, ignored, or left out. What makes this topic meaningful is that exclusion does not just affect emotions, it actually activates the same brain systems involved in physical pain. Because exclusion affects emotion, behavior, and thinking, it plays a major role in mental health and development. Research shows that the brain responds to social rejection very powerfully. Eisenberg and Lieberman found that the anterior cingulate cortex becomes active during exclusion, which is the same area that processes physical pain. Matson and colleagues discovered that adolescents show strong brain distress signals when they experience rejection. Casipo and Patrick also showed that long-term loneliness harms motivation, cognitive functioning. These studies prove that exclusion is a real biological event. Social exclusion affects the way people interact with others. Some who feel excluded may become quiet, withdrawn, or overly sensitive to rejection. Others may show frustration or defensive behavior. These reactions are not weaknesses, they are the brain's response to emotional pain and self protection. The brain interprets exclusion as a threat to survival. When someone feels left out, pain circuits activate immediately. This increases stress and makes emotional regulation harder. When the brain is dealing with emotional pain, it becomes more difficult to concentrate, make decisions, or stay calm. Effects on cognition and learning. Emotional distress reduces attention and working memory. Students may disengage from learning. Exclusion disrupts cognitive processing. This topic connects with my field because anyone working in education or human services needs to understand how emotions affect behavior and learning. Knowing how exclusion impacts the brain helps us create environments that are inclusive, emotionally safe, and supportive, especially for children of more vulnerable individuals. I chose this topic because I have seen effects of exclusion in real life. I've watched how rejection impacts the confidence, mental health, and decision making. Learning the science behind this helps me better understand these responses and supports people with more empathy. My own experiences with exclusion help me relate to the topic on a deeper level. It motivates me to be aware of people who may feel left out and to create spaces where they feel and, and to create spaces where they feel valued. Understanding how the brain responds to exclusion also helps me recognize signs of emotional pain. in myself and others. I learned that social pain is real biological pain, not just an emotional reaction. I also learned that belonging is essential for healthy cognitive and emotional development. Finally, I learned that exclusion affects learning, behavior, and motivation far more than we often realize. This topic matters because many students and adults experience social exclusion. When educators and community members understand the neuroscience behind exclusion, they can respond to healthier and more supportive ways. This knowledge helps build classroom and communities where everyone feels like they belong. In conclusion, social exclusion has a strong effect on the brain, emotions, learning, and behavior. When we understand these effects, we can better support others and help create more inclusive, emotionally safe environments. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.